My parents were born into a middle class in a third world country, which would hardly be what Americans consider middle class. It still means they grew up with not enough food and no running water. But they had roofs over their heads and came to the US, worked hard and made the fortune because they saved and invested wisely. I have had the benefit of effectively being raised blue-collar but was given the opportunities of wealth such as further education. Some of the reasons I have observed or discussed with people who were willing to discuss these kinds of attitudes with me are: poor people do not think long-term. I used to work in a bank and the people who were least able to afford insufficient funds fees were the only ones who did it. Wealthy people, in general, don't come close to having insufficient funds in an account or else use them wisely. When you make $300 a week, a $36 fee is a huge impact. And they would also do it for stupid reasons, such as a Starbucks purchase. A smarter way to use NSF fees would be to cover your rent, for example. Read Linda Tarado's Hand to Mouth that explains why the poor make other short-term decisions that impact wealth building, like taking drugs or having unprotected sex. The poor believe that rich people have only become this way by being morally corrupt and cheating through life. Remaining poor thus preserves your spiritual purity and is a barrier to building wealth. This one I only learned from a co-worker. I certainly don't. Childbearing decisions, or lack of a decision regarding childbearing. The more educated and wealthy you are, the more childbearing is delayed. It is certainly more difficult to focus on furthering your education in order to increase earning power if your immediate focus is feeding, clothing and housing a child. Divorce is also more common amongst lower incomes and the very high incomes, and during child-rearing years if you do not have support, this once again impacts earning potential. Need more tips how to become wealthy? In the description of this video you will find a link to what I believe is the best finance book ever written.